I mean by parts.
Okay. Shri Mahadeva Uvacha Ananta Palamapnoti Guru Kita Japenatu Sarva Papa Prashammanam Sarva Tarindriya Nashanam. By repeating the Guru Gita, endless rewards are obtained, all sins are destroyed, and all privations are put to an end. Guruji's commentary. By repeating the Guru Gita, by chanting the glory of the Guru, by constant remembrance of the Guru, endless rewards are obtained, all sins are destroyed, and all privations are put to an end. So for all who are not native English speakers, privation is like when you're suffering, when you're in need, when you're in a state of helplessness. Here, Bhagavan Shankara is saying that only by reading, chanting, and meditating on the Guru, by chanting the glory of the Guru, as it is described in the Guru Gita, one obtains endless merits. So everything that one desires is fulfilled. All the sins are put to an end. So just by surrendering to the feet of the Master and by meditating on the Master, one will automatically receive all that one really needs in one's life. So I think this is one of the most beautiful verses where Guruji is really revealing the greatness and the mercy which the Guru actually holds for the devotees. He's saying that we will automatically receive all that we really need in our life. So what do we really need in our life? Actually, we don't know. This is actually the journey of life where we are trying to find happiness, we're trying to find love. And of course, we try to find it everywhere outside, because this is how we experience the world, through our senses, through our mind. And we're constantly seeking that deeper happiness, that something which will fulfill what is longing deep inside of us. So, but how can we fulfill it? We don't know. So we try many things. And eventually, now we are very lucky, we found our Guru. We found someone who actually holds that treasure which we are all longing for, that treasure which we are all seeking, the truth that we are all seeking. And we found that one who can reveal that treasure to us. So now it's just about surrendering to the feet of the Master, meditating on the Master. And of course we are doing our sadhana, we are chanting the Lord's name. Now for us in Europe, we have the chance again to meet him in person. And just now the two beautiful darshans which he gave in SBN. I was watching the live stream. They are always streaming the beginning of the darshan. So for all of you who are not aware of that, it's very nice, because as we know, the Master is not limited to the physical aspect. So when he's giving darshan, we as his devotees, we can always tune into his energy. We can always join the darshan, even if you're not physically there. So I was watching the live stream, and he gave two beautiful satsangs also in the beginning. And the first satsang, he reminded us that if we are not focused, if we're losing that focus and we go into our weakness, then this is the reason why we become unhappy. And it's also very much related to this verse, because what happens if we are losing the focus? What drags our mind away from the Lord is our mind and the desires of the mind. And the desires of the mind are nothing else but the mind's ideas how to fulfill that emptiness inside of us. But from experience, every one of us knows that if we are following our mind, if we are jumping onto that idea, onto that train which goes downhill, we will just end up being unhappy. maybe, and this is also what Guruji says, we can find short-term happiness. We can find some short relief, but the short relief leads to an even deeper hole inside of us. So the mind is constantly having its own ideas how to fulfill itself. And sometimes it's very tricky, and it can pull us away in many ways, which we are not aware in the beginning, where it's always in the beginning, it's very easy to stop the mind. When it's, for example, when you like chocolate, or when you have a desire, a craving for some sweets, and the desire pops up in the mind, if you immediately focus it on something else, the desire will just disappear. But many times it's like that the desire comes and you think about it and you think about it and you're not aware, but you're slowly going into that direction. And then suddenly you find yourself in the shop and you buy 10 different sorts of sweets. And then you realize, oops, what am I doing? So this is where it comes to where this is our job, to become aware as early as we can about the desire. And then, as it's very beautiful, we are on the bhakti path. So we don't have to restrain everything and run away from all the so-called desires, but we can surrender it to the Lord. You can share it with the Lord. So, for example, if you like sweets, then when the desire comes for the sweet, then immediately you think of your deity. And then you go to the shop because you buy the sweet for your deity. And then you do puja to your deity, and then you have the prasad. And this is the medicine for the craziness of the mind, for the cravings, when we share it with the Lord and we take it as prasad. And you can do that with every desire. It's not limited to just sweets, it's just a nice example. And of course, it will not work straight away. The desire will come up the next day, or in 2 days, or in 1 week, or even for years. Some desires can have effect on you. But if you continuously share it and surrender it to the Lord, it will transform step by step. And Guruji, in his darshan satsang yesterday, before he gave darshan, he also, he explained very beautifully, and always try to listen the last sentence or the last 2-3 sentences which he says. And it's always, but it's up to you. You have to take that step. You have to focus. You have to do your sadhana. He's always opening the door of grace and possibilities in his beautiful satsangs, and listen to the final sentences where he's always putting the responsibility as well in our hands. It's not like just listen to me, hear these beautiful words, have nice ideas how spiritual life could be, and then continue with your life. No, he always says at the end, you have to take that step, you have to surrender, you have to do your part. And what is our part? We need to meditate, we need to be reading the Guru Gita, we need to chant and meditate on the Guru. We need to chant the glory of the Guru. So, and this is actually very, very sweet. It's a very sweet way. It's just sometimes the mind doesn't get the sweetness. And this is also conditioning. This is where the training comes. This is why we do the sadhana. So we more and more our mind will find it natural to connect with him. For example, also for myself, not every day I wake up with a great desire to do my sadhana. But what to do? I know from experience, if I don't do it, and if I be lazy in the mornings and do other stuff, which I'm convincing myself it's very productive now to clean this or that, or to start work early. But at the end, I will feel this uneasiness inside of me. I will feel not at peace because my heart is not fulfilled. My heart didn't meet the Lord in the morning. So the day will not be a fulfilled day. The day is only fulfilled when you have that encounter with the Lord, when you really feel and connect with him. So sometimes I sit there in the morning, I'm tired, I didn't sleep well maybe, or something is going on, something else is worrying me. And then I have to just sit there and force myself. And if you force yourself, sometimes it's not easy. But if you force yourself, you chant, you focus, and then suddenly the mind lets go of everything else, and you come into that state of connection and of love. But this is our effort. This is our small effort which we need to do. And yeah, this is what I wanted to encourage everyone. I'm sure everyone has that experience be it in the mornings or in the evenings, whenever you do your sadhana, and you don't want to do it, just give yourself a little slap and say, let's go. Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev, wow. We go into some deep things. Thank you, Krishnadas. Exactly like this. Yeah, we have to see our routine every day and be constant. Okay. So Krishnadas, just for me, but I think everyone will think this, in case you are also busy with the temple and other things, if you can give us your calendar so that we can also tell people when you are there, and if you have some topics and even Guru Gita, but if you have other things, so that we can also announce that in advance. So those who want to be there, they will manage all this magical vibe that it's getting created will reach them. Okay, we have Shamala today for the puja, and we have to thank the pujari. Actually, we have to thank everyone, but also the pujaris, because so they are there and it's constantly happening, the puja, since 2020. And that is also such a beautiful, experience of bhakti every time, because the puja, it's cleansing us inside. It's happening outside, but it's happening inside as well. And thanks to them, we can get also cleansed inside. We didn't do much meditation because we were with Loka Manohara Das. We were curious to know the experience. Let us just take a moment now and make the intention of today. And with all that you heard, you heard the Guru Gita and all the experiences that Krishnadas shared, and Loka Manohara, and how actually our mind can go crazy, and how we have to stay with the sadhana. And let's make a sankalpa, a strong intention today, that we will keep doing the puja and the abhishekam. We just finished here also puja abhishekam, so we are completely into this. And let's do it online as well, to be all together and feel that when the puja is happening, when the abhishekam is happening, we are also released of all our suffering. And we also put at Guruji's feet whatever we wish. And of course, Guruji as Lord Shiva, who is Bholenath, who can grant us the liberation of all the resistances, and making us become aligned, and whatever else you only know that you need. So make this sankalpa now and keep it during the puja, the abhishekam, the earth meditation that will come, and also during the lingam blessing. Okay, so let's start now. Let's inhale, go into our heart, visualize that Guruji, and you see on Shamala's chair, we will try to put Shamala also in some moments. She will also appear. Yes, super. So just see what a beautiful picture of Guruji. Focus on him. If you need to see him, to visualize him in your heart, let's visualize Guruji in our heart. Visualize our Ishtadev, Mavtar Babaji, the lingam of your choice, your Atma lingam, your personal lingam inside you. And let's surrender to our Guru, to Mahadev, to his expression as Mahadev, all that has to be purified in us, and all our intentions. What do we want? Today is Monday, so a whole week is starting. What do we wish to transform this week or today itself, in the next moments after the puja? Inhale, go into your heart. Exhale. With each exhale, feel that you surrender more, you let go more of your old you into your new you in some minutes after the puja abhishekam lingam blessing today. Wonderful. So let's start with Shamala from UK.